All right, happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy New Year coming up soon. Happy holidays to everybody. Tonight is Hanukkah night number 7, and for tonight, I'm going to go over my 2016 performance, teaching and trading. It's not just about one or the other. I don't think you guys realize this, but I'm a kind of a crazy multitasker because I'm trading, I'm also teaching, and I'm trying to weave it all together. I'm going back and forth between trading for myself and then teaching lessons to other people. So it's not the easiest job in the world, but I love it. And it's good to review. We're in an industry where there are stats. There are specific stats by which you can grade yourself. And it blows my mind that more people don't share their stats, partially because most people in this industry are full of BS. And they will come up with any excuse whatsoever not to show their stats, whether it's teaching or trading. And they say, oh, it's not about the money. Oh, it's hard to quantify. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Okay? I agree. It's not always about the money. I'm actually writing a blog post right now. It's about the challenge and using wisdom and knowledge to get a better life for yourself and your family. But money is the process by which you do that. So yes, it is about money. I don't know any communists who are involved in the stock market. I don't know many hippies who are like, oh, let me just trade stocks. I like to challenge my brain. Maybe if you're already rich, maybe if you're born with a silver spoon, but for me and almost all of my students, we start with just a few $1,000s. And money is what we're after, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it. I give back millions of dollars to charity, and I have a very big charity announcement coming up in a few weeks, as you'll see, and I'm very proud to be able to do that. But you need money in this life to achieve your dream life so that you can focus on what you love, not working for somebody else, not working for somebody else's dreams. All right, I got my little spiel out of the way. I got to remind you, you have just a few days left to watch my Trader Checklist Guide for free. It is 11 hours. You go to traderchecklist.com, you enter your name, you enter your email, and you get 11 hours for free. No BS, no trickery. It's just free. And it's pathetic that more of you guys aren't watching it. This will help you set up every single trade. You'll see that it's not just news that drives the stock. I actually explained 7 different indicators. So some people email me, Tim, why did the stock not go up? It's good news. Well, because news is only one of the 7 indicators. Also, you have just a few days to take advantage of this holiday sale. It is going to be ending. You're going to save 30, 40, 50, 60, 70% off different DVDs and newsletters. Please take advantage of it. People are asking me which ones to watch first. How to Make Millions is 35 hours. It is comprehensive. It all goes to charity. This one DVD now alone has raised $2 million for charity, which is awesome. I think that's the single most successful charity project ever in the history of financial education. And I'm very proud of it. People love it. And then also you need this, the penny stocking trio, penny stocking part 2, and penny stocking framework. These are basics. Just today, VBIO is following penny stocking framework to a T. It is a classic number 5 pattern. Spikeability is also very useful. And congrats to several of you guys. I saw you post your trades on VBIO, buying in the low 2s, selling in the high 2s, making 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 or $2,000. It pays for itself all in one good trade if you learn the right patterns. Also, I just got to give props specifically for this one thing. This is the Steve Harvey interview that was earlier this year, and it's just been incredible. And for everybody who's seen it and commented on it, thank you for watching. Steve Harvey and your whole crew, thank you for having me and several of my top students on. We showed off just the basics. I mean, it wasn't a very technical interview, but just the basics of what I teach, why I teach. And you can see 2 of my most successful students here and how trading has helped their lives. It takes time. I need you to understand that, okay? Like this BS, make $1,000 per day online, work with whatever. That's BS. I can make 1,000 or 2,000, and some of these guys can make 1,000 or 2,000, but it's through strategy, okay? It's not any gimmick, and you need that knowledge and you need that experience before you can start making 1,000 or 2,000 a day. And many of you don't get that. Many of you quit before you get that knowledge, before you get that experience, and you cut your future short. You hurt your potential. You hurt your future self by cutting your education short, and I hate seeing that. This is what could happen if you continue with your education. Here's my top student, Tim Grattani. Another awesome year, made a few $100,000, I think $500,000 or $600,000, and he's at 3.4 million. He just moved to the Caribbean. For those of you asking, why hasn't he been around? He's been busy moving and living. When you make this kind of money in a few years, I mean, this is his what, 4th or 5th year as my student, it changes your life. It changes your family's life. He just got married. He got a great new place down in the Caribbean. It's the dream life. And for those of you saying, oh, he should do more work, he doesn't work for you, okay? He's a student. He has his DVD, which I think that you should watch. This is Trading Tickers right here. And he talks about all of his trades, and he shows like 3 or 4 dozen live trades, but he doesn't work for you, okay? You want to talk crap about somebody who should show up every single day? That's me. And guess what? I do. I do work 16 to 18 hours a day, no matter where I am in the world. When I was in Laos a few weeks ago with the charity Pencils of Promise, visiting my first 2 schools in Laos, they were freaked out, frankly, many people on the trip, that I was visiting schools and working with the charity all day and then teaching and trading at night because of the time zone. Okay, so I don't stop. Tim Grattani, other people, they do not obey your orders. You have his DVD, you can watch it, you should watch it. And he was spoiling a lot of you for a very long time with all these video lessons, but he does not have to do that. And he still gives webinars exclusively to my Trading Challenge students. You Trading Challenge students also have 4 dozen of his archived webinars exclusively for you. So you can go back and learn from the past. I know you think that it's all about hot picks right now and real-time picks. Study the past. The past is key to your success in the future. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned this year and in prior years. Also, Mark Crook, Student of the Year, passed $630,000 in profits. Look at his profit chart. Just look at this. He's down in Miami. He's had a good year, making 6 figures. Michael Good, my first millionaire student, he's closing in on 2 million. He's making 6 figures. These are the kinds of profit charts that prove my teaching success. If there's someone out there who claims to be a teacher, you show me their top students and you show me every single one of their trades. It pisses me off when someone says, oh, I have a successful student, and they show like one screenshot with one number. Show me every trade. I'm not even interested in audits. I want to see every trade, good and bad. How much money was risked? What percent gain was made or lost? What stock was it? I need to see the chart. I need to see the strategy. If you are afraid to show that, you are probably lying. And I went on a little bit of a Twitter rant last night saying, why is everyone so afraid to show their strategies and their trades? Okay? No one strategy is going to last forever. And many people who are so afraid to share a successful strategy, they cling on to it like it's their life is depending on that. Guess what? When you teach others, it's actually very fulfilling, especially when you teach somebody something real. And your strategy was probably going to die in a few months or a few years anyways. And if you can just be real in this industry full of scams, you can do amazing things. There's a reason why my education business keeps doubling every single year. I mean, it's kind of crazy because I'm just real. I'm not the best trader, but I'm transparent. And actually, somebody brought up a good point the other day saying that it's kind of funny that the best coaches in the world are not usually the superstars athletes, you know, like the top athletes, the top football players, the top basketball players, they don't usually become the best coaches. They usually become pretty crappy coaches. The best coaches are those who have experience and they did achieve some success, but they weren't like MVP of the league. And I found that kind of interesting because I know I've made several $1 million, but I know there are traders who have made more, but I think that I'm a better coach than trader. So you find what you're good at. I don't know why, but I'm a better teacher and I'm very thankful that I found it. And I'm very proud of all my millionaire students. But it's not just about the millionaire students too. I need to highlight several upcoming students. Here we go, Castillo Capital. Look at this. So happy I was able to propose to my beautiful fiance last night. Thank you, Timothy Sykes, for being the teacher you are to make it happen. And look at his fiance's little hand with the ring now. This is beautiful. This is what trading should be used for, to make your life better. Get engaged, get married, have kids, move to your dream location, build a house, whatever you can do to use the strategy and use the market to make your life better. I don't want you becoming a slave to the market and becoming a slave to the strategy. The market shouldn't be your life. I know there are some people out there that are literally degenerates and they have no life outside the markets and they need the markets to make them feel alive. And so they gamble big and they risk a lot and they use leverage. And guess what? They blow up a lot, and that's why they're not on Profitly. Don't be like those degenerates. Take what the market will give you. Take one trade at a time, trade by trade, having no great expectations, but always focused on your long-term goal, and you can make the market work for you. Very important point. I'm also proud of this guy, Hudson Trades. I teach in person. I don't know if you guys realize that, but every now and then I teach in person to like 5 or 10 students. If you're interested, send an email to admin@timothysykes.com and just label it Market Mastery in the title. But I saw this the other day and it just blows my mind. He says, I wanted to share this quick thought with you. Since leaving Market Mastery in LA 2 weeks ago, I have not had one red day in terms of profits. And then he talks about his biggest 3 takeaways. But this is awesome. And he's only up 12 grand. This isn't anything huge. But when you learn, whether from my video lessons or webinars or DVDs or in person, you will improve so much. And I'm not saying that you're all going to have no red days. I'm going to take away all your losses and I'm going to take away all your pain and I can do anything I want because this is Westworld. No. Okay? What I'm saying is that with knowledge, with the right mindset and perspective, you will improve. It is impossible to do worse once you have knowledge. It's truly impossible. You might trade a little safer. You might be a little less of a degenerate, and so it might be a little less exciting. But trust me, being safe and being conservative and trading like a coward is a good thing. I know many of you guys don't see it. I know you just want to trade all the time, and my little words of warning just go right over your head or in one ear and out the other. But trust me, it's better to just take it one trade at a time and don't look forward to trading. Instead, think of yourself as a retired trader. If you think like that, oh, I'm a retired trader, I'm only going to come back into the market if and when a play is good enough. That mindset will get you trading less. And if you ever ask Mark Crook or you ever look through all of his trades, 80% of his profits come from just 6% of his trades. So it's not that all of these thousands of trades are what's making him money. Yes, you do have small gains add up over time, but small gains on the right setups, not small gains on random setups like a lot of people seem to think. We're not gamblers. We're not scalpers. If you focus on the best plays, which might only happen once or twice a week, not necessarily 100 times in a day. I see some traders, they're trading hundreds of times in a day, and I pity them. I feel bad for them. They have like 5, 10, 20 monitors, and they're a slave, and they don't even realize it. And maybe they make some good money, so they're a well-paid slave, but they're still a slave. They need to get up early. They need to come in and watch all these stocks, and they're bringing multiple monitors with them if they travel anywhere. You're a fucking slave. I trade off one laptop. That's it. I'm the mobile warrior, and I visited roughly a dozen countries this year. I love traveling, and I encourage you to do the same. Anyways, I'm proud of Hudson Trades. Congratulations, man, and keep it up. Keep studying. Don't necessarily aim for perfection. And this was the group in LA. Just a few people. This was Sarah. She's a great student. She took some pictures. Look at me with my Forrest Gump closed eyes. Somebody else had closed eyes too. I'm not the only one. 3 people. So you can close your eyes, and it's cool. And this is one of our offices that we had it at in LA. The next one is in Miami in March. So again, email admin@timothysykes.com, Market Mastery if you want to join. But then also Sarah took a picture. She's so great. We need more female traders, okay? It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It doesn't matter where you are in the world as long as you're dedicated. If you're under 18, you do need parental permission, okay? I'm sorry, I don't make the laws, but I do respect them. So I do encourage you to start studying as young as possible, you know? Not necessarily trading, but studying. You can study the past, and that's going to take you a year, 2 years, 3 years if you do it properly, but it pays off in the end. Here's Ed Bogle. I love this guy. You know, he's been a student for several years, and he wrote this post. Again, he's only up a few $1,000s, but he is really paying attention to what I'm teaching. And you can see the improvement. I mean, in 2015, he was kind of flat, break even. What did he say? He was on a $2,500 account, his profit was $45. And he didn't even realize, you know, he was bouncing up and down, but he was learning. He was testing. A lot of you guys realize or don't realize that you need to test. You're like a scientist. You need to test, 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 refine, refine, refine. And if you cut your education short while you're still testing, it's not going to be that pleasant. But if you give it time, you'll be surprised. And all I ask is that you give it time. And unfortunately, you know, you need to trust me. That's why we just reject people. If you think I'm full of BS, if you have doubts, if you're not sure, just don't waste my time. Because even if you do have the right attitude, it's so hard. This niche is so difficult for me to create millionaire students. So only students with the right attitude who can actually trust my teachings are even going to have a chance. So if you have a bad attitude, I don't mean to be rude, but just get the fuck out of here, okay? Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. If my swearing pisses you off, get the fuck out of here. I don't have time for little petty shit like that. If my grammar pisses you off, get the fuck out of here. I'm not trying to be rude. I know it sounds like I'm being rude, but I'm just trying to find the most dedicated students so that we're on the right wavelength and you understand what I'm looking for. Ed understands it, and look at his 2016 versus 2015. And look at recently. I mean, he's been on fire, and he's just winning 61% of the time. But this is what I wanted to highlight today. It's not just about the millionaire students. Some people say, oh, Tim, you have thousands of students and only a few millionaire students. I mean, that's like somebody winning at a slot machine. A slot machine is random. There's no strategy. With this, there is strategy. And it's not just 0 or 1 million. Okay? It's not just lose or win millions. There's many different little milestones that you can achieve and reach in between. And the knowledge and education takes time for me to get it inside your head. And some of us take a little longer than others. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm teaching weird ass shit here, okay? But if you trust me and you give it time, there's enough plays to go around and your gains can really add up. And you can see here he has some losses, losing 60, losing 60, losing 300. But look at this, he wins 600 on NVCN. Bought late day, anticipating a morning spike, sold some pre-market, the rest after the market opened. Didn't even use a day trade. Look at that. Beautiful. 30% win overnight. And he missed the big run. It got up higher. That's the beautiful thing. He took the meat of the move. He made 30% overnight, and he didn't even capture the whole move. That is a good example of what's possible. Here's Ronnie, another great student. He made $9,400. Didn't take the whole move on SKLN, but he did take a pretty good move. And it adds up over time. I want to bring up Eric. His wife didn't believe me. His wife didn't believe him at first. And now he's over $100,000. Where is his total right here? Yeah. So on December 8th, he made $5,000 roughly, which was cool. He started the year with just $5,000. And this is what is so awesome. People think that it's impossible. They're like, oh, 5,000 to 100,000. It's a scam. There's leverage. It's risky. It's random. There's something wrong with it. It's strategy. And Eric might have turned 5,000 into 100,000 in a year, but he also spent 7 months preparing, just practicing. So I can't wait for 2 weeks from now when Stocks to Trade is going to have paper trading, okay? This is what you should be using every single day because we have more features. This is Tim Bowen. Look at how serious he is. He's a part-time student, part-time trader, and guess what? He's made roughly 50 grand per year each of the last, I don't even know how long he's been a student. I mean, he's been a student with me since the beginning, so nearly a decade. And he's making 50 grand. Nothing huge, but he gets to spend time with his family, and now he's the lead trainer on Stocks to Trade. And in 2 weeks from now, January 15th, Stocks to Trade will have real-time paper trading. So when I say that you can test, refine, you can do that without risking a dime in the market. You can do it in the market, which is great. I think that you should learn in the market. Small losses, while they're frustrating in the beginning, they help you learn. They help you deal with the psychology of losing and all that stuff. But at the same time, I know many of you will get discouraged and you'll cut your education short if you have some small losses. Or God forbid, you break a rule and you have a big loss, because rule number 1 is cut losses quickly. But many of you guys don't seem to like that and you don't follow that. So with stocks to trade, you're going to be able to not just, right now you get the news, you have all the features. I highlighted Tim Bowen's hour-long video of all the new features, and we have like 50 more features coming in the next month or two. But paper trading is the biggest feature coming January 15th, where it's basically like fantasy sports, but fantasy stocks, and it'll be real time. There are some paper trading platforms out there that are like 15 or 20 minutes delayed. They teach you nothing. If you're going to be a trader, you need real-time information, okay? So even if you don't use paper trading on stocks to trade, please use real-time quotes. Don't use delayed. That is really, really going to set your education back. And it's not useful. The brokers don't give a shit, because brokers and most people on Wall Street literally think that I'm insane. They're like, you're not going to create any millionaires. This penny stock stuff, it's all baloney. It's Wolf of Wall Street. It's not real. So they think that everyone is going to lose. And why do they think that? Well, they've been in the industry. They see the stats. 90% plus of traders lose money. So statistically speaking, they're right. But humanitarianly, it's humanitarianly. Is that a word? I just made it. I don't know how you can be a human and just expect everyone to lose and be okay with it. I don't know how you don't have some kind of compassion for other people and you want to help them. I don't get it. I understand that some people are going to lose in the markets, but I also understand that the more you study, the more tools you have, if you use stocks to trade with efficient, real-time news, data, scans, charts, your odds of success go up. And I don't know how to create a business that's just based on losing and based on losers and being fine with it. My business is all about trying to get you guys improving. Even if you're losing in the beginning, even if you're losing a little, ideally following rule number 1. But if you stick with this strategy and you use these tools and you build your knowledge account, it's so difficult to miss out on all these opportunities. The market is on fucking fire right now. Every day or two, there's a play. Today, I'm not trading because I'm actually rebalancing my accounts. I'm going to trade with a $1 million account where there's going to be live trading videos. And then I'm also going to have a $5,000 account at E-Trade. The $1 million account is going to be at Interactive Brokers. Okay? The $1 million live trading videos next year. $5,000 account, you're going to see my trades alerted in real-time commentary and stuff like that. But when it's big money, I need to focus. And I want you guys to be able to have a $5,000 account where you can learn from and a $1 million account where it actually changes your life. That's how you make 6 figures. None of my 6-figure students are making 6 figures when they're starting with just $500. I'm sorry. It's going to take you time to actually grow it. Although with some of these supernovas, you're making 5, 10, 20 times your money in a few days. It's possible lately, which is kind of crazy. But anyways, I also got to highlight Alex. Here's Alex, and he's at 140,000 in profits. But whether you're Alex or Eric, he's just crossed over 100,000. Or if you're Ronnie and you're making 9,000, or if you're Bogle and you're learning to make a few hundred, or if you're Sarah and you're just learning, or if you're in this photo and you don't know how to keep your eyes open, or you're Hudson Trades and you're making money, 12 days in a row or 15 days in a row, whatever it was. Castillo Capital, getting engaged. Michael Good probably closing in at 2 million next year. Mark Crook getting closer to the 1 million number. And Tim Grattani going up here. Or even if you're freaking Steve Harvey, okay? And Steve Harvey is a great interviewer. He's actually probably even better than Larry King. This interview went on forever. He went way off script. He actually wanted to know. Whether you're any of these people, I am proud to teach you. And I can't wait for the next year. So I'll have a more detailed blog post, but I just wanted to go over some of my millionaire students, some of my upcoming students, and just go over the key themes that I'm working with here. There's so much shadiness in this industry. I'm just trying to be real with you. You can't expect to be a millionaire, but there are more and more examples that it is possible with enough hard work. So Happy New Year tomorrow. Have a safe New Year's Eve. If you don't see this, and if you don't look at any of my videos until after, let's have a great 2017. Okay, it's been a great 2016, but next year we're getting more organized. The tools are getting better. The videos are getting better. I think I'm getting a little better at teaching. And just leave a comment. Let me know if you're going to be dedicated. Leave the word dedicated, 2 words, dedicated in 2017. If you made it through this whole video, and we'll see if these teachings can change your life like it's done for so many people. Thank you.